an Australian armoured vehicle Bushmaster, servicemen of the 80th Separate Air Assault Brigade get to positions in the Klishchiivka area. The 15-ton car is driven by 35-year-old Vitaly. Before the full-scale Russian war against Ukraine, the resident of Vinnytsia worked in Germany and was engaged in housing construction. After February the 24th last year, he returned to defend Ukraine. Vitaly says that Western equipment has saved his life more than once.
It withstands anti-tank mines. This is already a check mark, tested, holds the fragments. They shoot at us. So that was also checked. We were entering Klishchiivka and ran over an anti-tank mine. The wheels were torn off, but we all stayed alive. We didn't even have shell shocks.
Vitaly has been driving this armored vehicle for 6 months. He says it goes through the most difficult parts of the route.
There is an independent suspension. It is easier to control, and it doesn't get stuck. So while it's holding it, it's intact. There's enough space. 14 people can get in. What's the hardest thing? I don't know. When heavy shedding starts there, you should press the pedal harder and look at the road. We usually drive without lights. Watching the road is the hardest thing, because you can't see the road. And there are no roads in principle. There are just continuous potholes here. You have to orient yourself. Drive where you need to go, and not in the other direction.
Vitaly's brother-in-arm, Artem, has the role of a guide in the unit. His task, after the military personnel disembark from the armored vehicle, is to lead them to the required positions. Sometimes they have to walk very long distances. One of the last ones was 15 kilometers.
People who don't know where the position is, who go to this position for the first time, people who simply cannot navigate the terrain. My task is to get them into position, pick up the old ground, bring them on a safe road where there are basements or places along the way where we can wait out the same shutting or hide from the drone.
These shots were taken by military personnel during one of the combat excursions. The enemy is not giving up attempts to storm the Bakhmut direction again. The Ukrainian defense forces continue to thwart attacks by Russian troops along the entire front line. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Anastasia Volkova, UATV News.